Hello Nidorinas and Nidorinos, I'm KingNido and today we're coming from Viridian City where the Magma are trying desperately to end their 4-game losing streak, but to do so they're gonna have to take down the Verbank Plasma, who if they win they can move themselves on top of the leaderboard. So with that said, let us know in the comments below who you think's gonna win this matchup. Will it be the ground types? Will it be the poison types? Let's go!
3, 2, 1, go!
That is right, the Verbank Plasma currently sitting in 3rd place with the victory, can move on top of the leaderboard. It is so close as they start out with Glamora and Toxtricity. It is going to be Swampert and Crocodile starting out for the Viridian Magma, and immediately Crocodile with the power swap focusing in on Toxtricity here, switching all changes to their attack stats, but there's been no changes yet, and this allows for an Aqua Step from Glamora onto Crocodile. Super effective, getting in some great damage there, also boosting that speed of Glamora as Toxtricity is going to follow it up with the Slack Off, but it's already at full strength, so that also is going to fail, and this allows Swampert to try and capitalize with the Sandsear Storm. This will be super effective, but it's avoided by Toxtricity. However, Glamora, it is a one-hit wonder. Glamora has been eliminated, and it is not going to activate that toxic debris. That is great for the Magma, as out comes a Alolan Muck, but Crocodile still with the speed control is going to go for the withdraw. It is going to boost that physical defense as Toxtricity does go with the Bug Bite on this one. It doesn't do a great deal of damage, but it does take away that Leper Berry and proceeds to chow down and eat it right in front of it as well. Very disrespectful, but it surely wants to see Swampert struggle as Swampert responds with the Mega Punch and gets into critical damage there as Muck responds with the String Shot. This is going to greatly lower the speed of the ground types on the field at the moment, trying to give that speed control to the Verbank Plasma as Toxtricity has taken it, and it goes for the Scary Face. This is going to slow down Crocodile even more so than it already was, and this allows Muck to follow it up with the Defog. They are going for all the stat lowering, as that does lower the evasiveness of Crocodile, make it an easier target, but it is the Dragon coming out from Swampert, coming down hard onto Muck, and Crocodile, now the slowest on the field, goes for the Reflect type. It is going to get rid of that Ground Dark typing and take the Electric Poison typing from that amped Toxtricity, who goes for the Fickle Beam now, focusing in on Swampert, and Muck follows it up with the Smoke Screen, lowering that accuracy of Swampert. If it cannot land those hits, it cannot take out its targets as it goes for the Head Smash, and this is going to connect onto Muck, putting it into knockout range. There is some recoil damage there for Swampert in the process, as Crocodile does follow it up with the Burning Bulwark, but that is going to fail because it's the last Pokemon to move on the field as Toxtricity with the extreme speed. Swampert's able to hold on, but barely. It is such an easy target. Muck could eliminate it. Here goes for the Blaze Kick, but it goes for Crocodile instead, as Swampert is going to go for the Throat Chop, but that's avoided by Muck. Crocodile, remember, Poison Electric type now, goes for the Psyblade and takes out its fellow Poison Electric type because Toxtricity has been eliminated with that super effective move. A great start for the Magma, as now out comes Overquill, and immediately it goes for the Arm Thrust on to Crocodile, and this is not going to be super effective. It's actually not very effective after those 2 connections. Muck, however, looking to do its part, goes for the Fell Stinger, and it is going to take Swampert out of this matchup. The Plasma needed that elimination, but not only that, Muck is going to get that physical attack boost as we get the Strength Sap. Crocodile immediately capitalizing on that boosted attack, lowering that physical attack of Muck, but in the process it is going to get itself back to full strength, as now out comes Sandaconda for the Viridian Magma. Overquill immediately meets it with a Psyblade. It should have gone for that Psychic Electric type Crocodile, but it does get the critical hit as Sandaconda responds with the Water Pledge to take Muck out of this matchup. A great response there by the Magma, and Crocodile with the opportunity follows it up with the Sleep Powder. This is going to put Overquill to sleep on the field, but the Viridian Magma are in control of this matchup at the moment. They have only lost 1 Pokemon. There are 3 down for the Plasma, as out comes Tentacruel, and immediately it is going to go for the Whirlpool. This is not going to be super effective. Remember, Crocodile is a Poison Electric type here, and Overquill is fast asleep, so Tentacruel having to do all that work by itself. Sandaconda is going to go for the Yawn, trying to put Tentacruel to sleep now, because this is going to cause it to grow drowsy, and Crocodile looking to capitalize, follows it up with the Burn Up, but it is not a part Fire type, so that is going to fail, as it is going to be feeling the effects of that Whirlpool, doing that passive damage as Tentacruel, still a little bit drowsy, is going to go for the Blizzard, and it's super effective on Sandaconda, getting that elimination. The Plasma needed that as Overcool is still asleep. It needs to wake up, but unfortunately it is unable to, and this is going to allow Crocodile to try and capitalize here, as it does go for the flying press before Tentacruel does fall asleep. It is not very effective. However, as we see that Whirlpool continuing to do damage to Crocodile, and finally Tentacruel has fallen asleep from the effects of that yawn, and it is going to be Garchomp now coming out for the Viridian Magma, immediately going on the offensive, going for the Supercell Slam, coming down onto Overcool, gets in some really good damage, but that Poison Point ability has immediately been activated. Garchomp is going to be feeling the effects of that poisoning as Tentacruel is fast asleep on the field, and you have to think that should have been the target. It would have been super effective on Tentacruel, and Overcool still asleep on the field as well. This allows Crocodile to go for the minimize. It is going to greatly boost that evasiveness here, making it a harder target, and that was lowered earlier as Garchomp starting to feel the effects of that poisoning for the first time in this matchup. But Crocodile has been put into knockout range by that Whirlpool, and Garchomp is going to go for the bind now on to Tentacruel. It doesn't do a great deal of damage to start off with, but it is going to be continuing to squeeze it and do that passive damage. But it's already awoken. Tentacruel immediately responds with the Roar of Time, but that's going to be avoided crucially by Garchomp. However, Overcool has also woken up from its slumber, and it goes for the Fire Lash to finally take Crocodile out of this matchup, and it has leveled the playing field at 3v3. Garchomp still having that damage, chipping away at its health from that poisoning, but the same is happening to Tentacruel thanks to that bind, doing that damage here as out onto the field comes Golem in its Alolan form. And if you're wondering why it is on the Viridian Magma, it is because it is the Terrestrial Draft E taking on that ground type and shedding that rock electric typing. But if it can capitalize on that electric type advantage over Tentacruel, that could be massive, as Tentacruel does have that water type advantage over the Magma. And Garchomp now with the Thunder Punch, taking inspiration, super effective. It takes Tentacruel out of this matchup. That is what the Magma needed, but Overcool with the opportunity to respond sets up the Sticky Web as an entry hazard if we see that last Pokemon from the Viridian Magma come out onto the field. However, Golem first is going to go for the Bullet Seed. This multi-hit move, it is going to be resisted by Overcool, only connecting twice as well, but that poisoning still just chipping away there at the health ever so gradually of Garchomp, as it is going to be the Cantonian Muck as the last Pokemon for the Burbank Plasma, and it is now a Yawn being sent in the direction of Overcool. We've already seen it asleep once in this matchup as it does grow drowsy. It is still going to get off that Hydro Cannon though on to Garchomp, getting in some great damage. It's followed up by the Recycle from Muck, but unfortunately that is going to fail, and this opens the door for Golem to try and capitalize, going for the Accelerock, getting in some good damage there onto Muck, but the Poisoning now is going to put Garchomp into knockout range. This could be its last move of the match, and it goes for the Defense Curl, so it's going to boost those physical defenses, but that is not going to do much to set off that poisoning as Overcool has to recharge. Muck is going to go for the Rock Blast now, doing very little damage to Golem here with this multi-hit move. It's got 3 though, so at least it got more than 2 as we've seen happen earlier in this match. However, Golem now with the opportunity goes for the Eruption, and it puts Overcool into knockout range. But speaking of being knocked out, Garchomp has finally been eliminated thanks to that Poison Point earlier on from Overcool, who has fallen asleep for the second time in this matchup. But we are down to a 2 versus 2 matchup. The last Pokemon coming out for the Magma, it is Torterra, getting caught in that Sticky Web, which is going to lower its speed here. However, Overcool with the speed control, it is fast asleep, so unfortunately nothing is going to happen from its part, leaving Muck to do all the work by itself. Goes for the Stomp, gets a good connection onto Torterra as well, but Golem is going to set up a Defend Order, so it is going to boost those defensive stats, and it does have that massive 130 base physical defense as Torterra with the Infernal Parade, and Overcool has finally been taken out of this matchup. The Magma are back in front. Muck is all by itself as it does go with an Infernal Parade of its own onto Torterra, gets in some good damage. However, Golem looking to capitalize, goes for the Crush Grip, keep it on the offensive, putting Muck into knockout range. Torterra with the opportunity goes for the Whirlpool, but it's avoided by Muck. That is massive. Muck with the opportunity responds, going for the Dragon Claw onto Golem, does not do much damage whatsoever, and Golem responds with the Leer, lowering those physical defenses of Muck. Not that there's much to work with, because the Psyblade from Torterra is going to finish it off, and just like that, the Magma have ended their 4-game losing streak by taking down a top side and preventing the Verbank Plasma from getting on top of the leaderboard. This season is still anyone's for the taking, as with that the Magma do move up to 17th place, and next round they are taking on the Hammerlock Dragons, whereas for the Plasma they have actually dropped down to 6th out of the Elite Four, and next round they are going up against the Golden Red Guild. But until then, Nidorinos, thank you so much for watching. Let us know in the comments below who you thought was the best on field, and if you enjoyed what you saw, please leave a like, share, subscribe, but more importantly, always remember, you are awesome, and I'll see you when you see me.